even recording. So, hey y'all, it's day 19. Well, this is day 20, but this is the day 19 video. Day 19 was Sunday, November 10th? 10th or 9th? I think it's 10th. So, it's a solid day. I think this is probably one of my shorter videos since I feel like this last week all of the videos were like at least 15 to 24 minutes. But felt good. It was a Sunday, so it's a long day. You know, wake up at 4:45. You know, just try and drink more water because I hadn't had a bowel movement. I don't think like for 2 days, just because I'm just so bad at my hydration. I'm just really bad at it. And so try to drink some water in the morning. You know, wasn't fiending for coffee. You know, like I had my usual Sunday coffee before I started this journey. Felt fine. Felt good services. Good prayer time. And had my first shake at 12:15. And usually my first shake of the day is a Fairlife because I like to start, you know, with my favorite ones. But I decided to do the coffee Premier Protein one to start it. Had that. My brother's car broke down, so I went to go drop him and his family off at his place after church. I had my second shake when I got home. That one was a Fairlife. Then a couple hours later, I had my third caramel. I'm almost done with the caramel. I'm almost done. I think I'm down to the last two. And so I might just get them over with today. And I reordered Premier and Fairlife, and I did not get caramel this time. So that was a terrible mistake. And third was caramel. Fourth was a coffee Premier Protein. And I didn't have my fifth one. I told myself, you know what? There are some days where you feel like you just want something to drink, so just hit all of your shakes for the day. And there was a day like yesterday where I was kind of just chilling. You know, I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to, I felt like if I can spare a shake or two a day, it's just going to help my progress. If I'm not feeling like I need it, then just don't drink it. Save some calories, you know. So I only had 4 out of 5 yesterday. So I was at, so there's one sale, 320, 480 plus 100, 480, 580, 630. 630, and then I had a Diet Coke like at 7 o'clock. It was strangely 0 calories. So 630 calories yesterday. If I would have had my shake, I would have been at my usual 780. But I'm already feeling like days like Tuesday. No, not Tuesdays. Tuesdays, I feel like I need them. I think Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I think Thursday. I think like the first 3 days of the week are days where I'm definitely gonna hit all 5 most of the time. But like days like Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, sometimes Saturday, probably, you know, I'm gonna save myself, you know, almost like a full day of regular shake eating, you know. So it's almost gonna be like I can be on like a, you know, on 7 days a week, I'm on 6 days worth of shakes. You know, maybe I can even cut that down farther because, like I said, I just feel empty. I don't feel like hungry. I just feel empty. Like it's like there's nothing there. So, feeling good. Tomorrow's my third weigh-in of the journey. You know, last weigh-in was kind of disappointing because it was more body recomp than weight loss. It was only 4.4 pounds lost, which most people say in a week is good. You know, everybody should say, actually, you know, because that is good. But that's not where I want to be at. You know, just, you know, comparatively to the kind of effort I feel like I'm putting in. But I feel like this is going to be a good way in. I've been exercising more consistently. And I don't know if I would say harder. Maybe harder. So kind of just more smarter so that it's more fatiguing. So most likely not going to go to the gym today because today is my kind of more cardio day with my salsa lessons. So cardio today, hit the gym tomorrow, maybe try to hit Wednesday, but usually it hasn't been happening. Usually Thursday hit it, try Friday, try Saturday, and then Sunday is usually my like for sure rest day. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. But I don't know. I'm not trying to think about it. That's the thing, is I really want to get to a place where I'm not thinking about it. And I know that's kind of hard because I'm gonna be making these videos and I'm tracking my calories. But I don't know, there's still in the back of my mind kind of like, you know, you could just end it now. You could just end it or do a modified and be like, you know what, maybe once a week I'll eat regular food, or I'll do some kind of like, you know, 2 shakes a day and have one meal for, you know, 900 calories, 900 calorie meal. You know what I mean? Like those thoughts come to my mind every once in a while, and I don't want that. I want to be so locked in that like I don't even think about that. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm getting there. Because, you know, it's day 19. And it's you know, life is like that. It's 19 days that I've been doing this, and it simultaneously has felt like an eternity, but it's also felt really quick. I can't believe 19 days have passed. You know what I mean? So I don't know how to get in there. I've kind of told myself I really want to check in like in January, sometime early mid-January. I want to do like an evaluation of like, okay, compare my week to week progress and be like, okay, am I going at a rate where I should just keep going? I should go the full 5 months, you know, because the program was like this, the first phase is 3 to 5 months, and just depending, you know, on your rate of weight loss, but also, for instance, they were saying like BMI is higher than 54 or 55 should do this for the full 5 months, and I was higher than 54. Maybe I still am, I'm not sure. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe I should do the full 5 months. At the same time, I don't know if because I've had, you know, because of what happened in 2021, I don't know if my body is going to get used to this calorie level a lot quicker or easier than maybe most people. So I'm still going to be losing weight, but maybe not at the rate I would. And this is something that people don't really understand, is to lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. True. But eating more can sometimes help. And why is that? Well, it's kind of like your metabolism, right, is also how fast you metabolize your food affects your rate of weight loss. And sometimes your body needs more food for it to really work, like for it to metabolize. Otherwise, sometimes, you know, it's kind of just like on cruise control, just trying to sustain you. And by eating more, you're kind of lending yourself to activate kind of like, okay, let's start burning more. Oh, let's start burning some fat as well. You know what I mean? I know I'm not 100% right scientifically on that, but I do know, you know, and I can't remember the exact reasoning, But if I was, for instance, to jump up to phase 2 in January of going from 800 to like 1100 calories and using those 11, maybe using 300 calories for real food, you know what I mean? That could restart my whole thing, and I could lose weight faster because it's also going to give you more energy. I mean, by definition, it's going to give you more energy, so that, you know, right now I'm going to the gym every other day because recovery is just taking so long. But maybe at 1100 calories, I can go every single day, rest on Sundays. You know, and maybe that comes out to be about the same as if I was, you know what I mean? Or maybe more. And of course, it's also going to help muscle growth because, you know, you just have more protein, you have more food in your system, right? But you know, we'll see. We're still, you know, this is day 19. You know what I mean? Before I even think about that decision, I have to be like in day 90 something. You know what I mean? So I still have a ways to go. You know, which is exciting and daunting at the same time. Yeah, like I said in an earlier video, the way that you kind of sustain this, you know, is just kind of, you know, reminding yourself every day why you're doing this, it's a decision every second, but it's also recognizing things, you know, like the scale moving, or maybe your clothes fit better, your skin looks better, or maybe you're getting a compliment here or there, or you feel more comfortable, or you've noticed that, you know, this or that, you know what I mean? Things like that. Or you've noticed that you have more stamina, or that you're quicker, or that, you know what I mean? So those kind of things can help you keep going. And I don't know, I have crazy bed hair. I'm working from home today, so I didn't really feel like grooming myself. So I mean, yeah, just trying to take things day one at a time, but, you know, looking to the future can also help. But it just depends, you know. If you're a very pessimistic person, looking to the future might not help. I don't consider myself an optimist. I feel like more in the middle, but, you know, I don't know. So I feel like things are going well. You know what I mean? I feel like things are going well. But I am a pessimist in the sense that, like, I'm always nervous when things go well. And I'm like, okay, when is the bad thing gonna happen? When is the frustrating thing gonna happen? So it's kind of like I'm always on guard for that. Like, I feel like I'm that, and this is a bad mindset. I feel like things just are not sustainably good. You know what I mean? But keep going on this. After this video, I'll have my first shake of the day. And one of the goals that I also have is I really want to get off carbonation. Like, look, diet sodas are good. They're great. They're great for dieting. And they really are. They're great for dieting and for maintenance. They are. They're just, there's really no evidence that they cause cancer. There's really no evidence that they're bad for you, other than it's just not natural. So whenever you can ingest things that are natural, it's always going to be better. And then also, we are creatures of habit, so it can be very easy to be addicted to things. And, you know, it could be where you're drinking more, you know, carbonated drinks like sodas than you are actual water. So that's not good. You know, it should be more of hydration, like water and electrolytes are my main focus. And, you know, maybe I limit myself to one, you know, can of diet soda a day, or maybe one every other day, or maybe one a week, kind of a thing. Because again, they're good, they're gonna help you, you know. But it's also, soda is one of those things where, even though it doesn't have calories and it doesn't have like sugar, it can become like a part of your lifestyle. heavily in a way that maybe is not good. You know what I mean? But maybe you might say to yourself, well, I used to drink a lot of regular soda and I just, this is the best I can do. And that's understandable. But I kind of want to get to a point where soda, and drinks that are not water are kind of like so secondary. Like water is my primary source of everything. You know what I mean? And just once in a blue moon, I have something, like that. Of course, tea, like real tea, is always good. Like a cold brew coffee is fine. Like a natural juice every once in a while that's good. But I just feel like the sugary juices and like the sodas, that's something definitely everyone should stay away from, as hard as they can try. And then the diet, 0 calorie, 0 sugar ones, try not to, make it like the main source of your hydration. You know what I mean? Like, don't let it be like I drink mostly Diet Coke and then every once in a while I have a drink of water. You know what I mean? It should be the very opposite. So one of my goals is I really want to go to, I think last week I had 4, I think the first week I did have a lot of Diet Cokes, like 1 every day probably. Last week I probably had, 1, almost maybe 1 every other day, 1 or 2 every other day. I really want to get to a point where I only have 1 if I really feel like I need it. And I'm foreseeing that I'll probably have 1 on Wednesday. I might have 1 tomorrow. You know what I mean? But it's like I really want to limit myself, and I want to get to a point where it's just 1 a week till it's eventually 0. And it's not gonna be like that forever, because I'm gonna be honest. I just, I'm not that I'm a fiend for soda, but I really like carbonation. So it's just, there's gonna become a point where I feel like, okay, you did kind of like a little cleanse. Let's get back to where we can have maybe a healthy. It can be part of a healthy part of your lifestyle, your diet. I definitely don't ever want to do it every single day. So it's one of my goals. Just really want to go on water, and I really need to get better about drinking water. I just don't know how. It's one of those things. But anyways, that's day 19. Feeling good. Excited for tomorrow's weigh-in. A good weigh-in for me would be if I lost more than 4.4 pounds. If it's 5 pounds, I can live with that. Optimally, I'm feeling like I would feel really good at 6 to 7 pounds loss. Like if I have a 6 to 7 pound loss week to week, then I'll be like, man, that was a good week. And if it's more than that, that's a great week. Yeah, guys, Thanksgiving's coming up. Should be interesting how we handle that. But I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited to enter the new year completely different. And it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be bittersweet, because it's gonna be like, why didn't I just start this from the beginning? If I would have started this from the very beginning of the year, by this time I could have been, very close to where I want to be. From a like how much I weigh perspective, not from how I want to look aesthetically. You know what I mean? So definitely pondering where, and this is a bridge where when we get there, we'll cross it. Because like I've said in other videos, my goal weight growing up was always like 175 to 190. Like I feel like at my height, I'm like 6 feet, like on the dot. At my height, 6 feet tall, somewhere between 175 and 190 just look absolutely like cut. But I don't feel like that's realistic. So, and then of course, like for instance, I've been watching Sam Sulek a lot. And guy, he's like 5'10", I think. He's like 5'10", yeah, 5'10". And like at 240, 250, he looks great. He looks lean. He looks good. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if maybe when I get to that 250, 260 mark, I kind of be like, okay, realistically, where do I want to be? I've never wanted to be kind of on the bigger side in the sense of like muscular, like from a muscle perspective. I've never really liked it. I've always wanted to be kind of like just lean. You know what I mean? Like someone that like I really like how they look whenever they're lean and cut. Henry Cavill, Brad Pitt, like in Troy, Brad Pitt, Troy. Hemsworth, like in Thor 3. You know what I mean? Where I feel like they have defined muscles and they're cut, but they're still very lean. So, but it could also be just from a body recomp perspective, skin perspective, it's just not possible to get down to that leanness. We'll see. Day 19, guys. Let's make this week great.